100 days? 100 days, just a little bit over 100 days. That's all it's been. That's all it's been. And this psychotic, narcissistic, criminal in chief has found a way to make this 100 days the most chaotic 100 days of a presidency that I've seen during my lifetime. I'm 40. Last time I talked to y'all, it was the Biden administration. Okay. Unfortunately, y'all know that I lost my mother. I took my mother to the hospital in early January. I lost my mother on February 7th. And I haven't talked to y'all since. But God damn it! I've been keeping up with everything that's been going on, y'all. Yes, I have. And so I've compiled a list of just 10 of the crazy ass things that this motherfucker Donald Trump has done since he's been in office for this second time. But before we get into that, y'all, I need you to hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that subscribe button, y'all. We're trying to get to 10,000. Trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. Okay. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, put all your people on it. Okay. Share, share, share. Word of mouth is the best way to get this shit rolling. You feel me? Make sure you follow me across all socials as well. So you keep up with everything I'm doing, particularly my short form content as well. You know what I'm talking about? Feel free to join the channel. All right. And enjoy the perks that come with that. Free statement tea. You get a chance to talk to me directly on Sundays with my first Sundays with the realest ones. Basically just a live chat where I kick it with y'all. You feel me? But let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into it. So much to choose from. It was so fucking hard narrowing this shit down. I know I'm missing something. I know I'm missing some shit. Okay. But I'm gonna try. All right. This motherfucker done did so much shit. I bet y'all done forgot some of this shit. And I don't have this shit like in order of importance. It's not necessarily in chronological order, you know. So let's just handle it. Number one, this motherfucker pardoned all of those Jan 6ers, those insurrectionists. Pardoned them. All of them. Those people were on tape destroying the Capitol building. Those people were on tape beating police officers. Those people were on tape threatening to kill the vice president of the United States, Mike Pence, former vice president. At that time when they were saying that he was a fucking sitting vice president, threatening to kill him. Trump pardoned him. This motherfucker been so crazy in this 100 days. Y'all forgot that insanity, didn't you? Number two, Doge, the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, led by the world's richest man, Elon Musk. Think about that. The world's richest man was essentially out here firing motherfuckers. Firing all these federal employees. The world's richest man doing. Just think about that, man. in the name of so-called government efficiency. And a lot of them motherfuckers that got fired, y'all know, they were MAGA. And then they got pissed off. Then, you weren't supposed to be fucking with me. You weren't supposed to be hurting me. You supposed to be hurting the blacks and the Hispanics and the gays. And you ain't supposed to be fucking with me. Cutting programs like USAID, shit that in the grand scheme of things is cheap, but we get a lot of bang for our buck. If you don't know what USAID is, that's basically with some shit that we were doing overseas to help countries. You know what I'm saying? To help various countries. US aid. And don't think we just doing that shit to be nice. Like, that kind of aid can help develop goodwill towards the United States. And if a motherfucker feel like we helping them, maybe they won't, I don't know, plan terrorist attacks and shit. You know? Like, even from a selfish standpoint, shit like that is smart to do. Let alone that it's morally the right thing to do as well now. Okay, of course, I believe that it's morally the right thing to do. But I'm just telling motherfuckers, even from a selfish standpoint, look, if you help these folks, hey, if you help their country, maybe the residents of that country won't turn into members of Al Qaeda. Maybe that country has some stability and can become a country that imports goods from America. Who knows? You know, it can really help us financially and it can help national security. But no, Elon and them had to cut. Old Doge. You got doged. These motherfuckers were making jokes. You got doged. Motherfucker was on stage with a whole chainsaw and shit. Mocking people. Come on, man. Old Doge. And these motherfuckers ain't really saved us no money. Tomorrow they were gonna save us $1 trillion. These motherfuckers ain't saving us no real money in the grand scheme of things. Want to save us some money, goddamn it. Tell Trump motherfucking ass to stay at the White House for a weekend. Stop going down there golfing and shit. All that goddamn taxpayer money funneling his motherfucking ass back and forth to Mar-a-Lago and shit. Save that money. Shit. Those my ass. Number 3. This son bitch threatened to make Canada the 51st state, was calling their prime minister a governor and shit when the Trudeau man was up in there. They're calling that man a governor. It's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Oh, and threatened to take over Greenland as well. Very disrespectful. This motherfucker think it's the late 1800s, and he want to be on some imperialistic shit. He must not know that shit did not end well. All that damn imperialism, all that shit, all that imperialism and nationalism, all that shit led up to World War I. It led to World War I. Come on, man. Fucking up our relationship with the Canadians? What the Canadians don't be bothered no motherfucking body. My students used to ask me, Cole, when the Canadians be? Do the Canadians ever get involved in something? Yeah. When we in some shit, they help us. 9/11 happened. We go to Afghanistan, goddamn it, they go with us. You fucking up the relationship with them. Come on, man. Come on, dog. And some bitch here that Greenland got some rare earth minerals. What is this new term now? Rare earth minerals that folks talking about. They got some shit we want, so he want it. But them people say they don't want it. Them people don't want to be with the United States, dog. And what about our NATO partners over there in Europe? It just fuck them? No. 4, the son bitch who says, I love the poorly educated is trying to close the Department of Education. It's bad enough that he made Linda McMahon, wife of Vince McMahon. Yeah, that Vince McMahon of the WWE. That's who he made the Secretary of Education. That's bad enough. That's bad enough, okay? But for this motherfucker to try to dismantle the Department of Education, and that's something that's been a conservative talking point for quite some time. But you know what they want to do. You know why they're doing it. They say they want to get rid of the Department of Education. I think ultimately what the motherfuckers wish they could do is just overthrow like Brown v. Board. That's what they really want to do. Cause see, education, like educational standards, that shit is done locally, any goddamn way. States come up with what their kids gonna learn and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what the Department of Education does play a large role in is distributing funds to what they call Title I schools that where a very large amount of the kids are disadvantaged financially. You get some extra federal dollars. You know what I'm saying? They do shit like that. They enforce laws in regards to people with disabilities, like my son. You know, that's why in my son's IEP meeting, I had to ask, well, are there going to be any changes to the instruction that my son receives due to everything that's going on federally? At that point, they told me no. I hope it stays that way, but this ain't nothing to play with. But see, the thing about it is, black people ain't the only people whose children have autism now. Black people ain't the only people whose children may be disadvantaged. Hell, we ain't the majority of those people in this fucking country. Keep telling y'all, motherfuckers want to act like we just the face of poverty and shit. We only make up 13% of the goddamn country in a nation of what 330, 35, 40 million people, something like that. It's only what 40, 45 million of us. So who the fuck you think the majority of these folks getting Title I funds are? Off in Kentucky, in West Virginia. Who you think that is? That ain't us. And you gonna goddamn hurt yourself running behind Trump ass. All right. That's 4. Number 5. This bastard's war on black people. That's what this DEI shit is. War on black people. Even though, now I've said this before, and you can research this, you can see wherever. The biggest beneficiary of DEI policies were white women. White women. But that's not how this shit is framed. This shit is framed as DEI equals a black person who didn't earn their position, didn't earn their salary, didn't earn their job, didn't earn their spot in this school and all this shit. That's what it's framed as. That's what it's framed as. It's total bullshit. You get a black person in a goddamn high position in a white company, white school, something like that. That motherfucker earned it. You better believe it. That motherfucker probably too qualified for the goddamn job. Fuck wrong with you, man? But see, he makes these mediocre racists feel good about themselves. It's not my fault I didn't get into that school. It was DEI. No, it was your fault, motherfucker. It was your fault. It wasn't my fault I didn't get this job. It was the niggas. It was the spics. No, it was your fault, motherfucker. You wasn't good enough. Because in this country, if your ass were good enough, goddamn it, they wanted to give it to you. They really wanted to give it to you. You didn't mess up. But this type of shit, these type of attacks, make these folks feel better. And therefore, Trump makes them feel better. Because he's mediocre, but he's still the president. He's mediocre, but he's still a billionaire. He's mediocre, but he married to a model and fucks porn stars. So he's everything they want to be. Hey, I ain't got to be nerdy. I don't really have to be, I don't know, lawyer. I ain't got to be associated with the Harvard Law Review or no shit like that. I ain't got to do that. I can just talk shit, get this money, fuck these hoes, and rise to the top. Makes these motherfuckers feel good. Fucking shame. Number six. Signalgate. Did y'all see that one? Did y'all see that incompetence? Where his national security advisor, or former, now he didn't claim he didn't put him on to the UN. You go listen to what this motherfucker did, and you tell me if this some bitch need to be involved with the fucking United Nations. National security advisor mistakenly, first of all, let me back up. First of all, these motherfuckers should not have been on no Signal. Signal is basically like an encrypted messaging app. Like kind of sound like GroupMe. I've used GroupMe before. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it sounds like these motherfuckers on. And yeah, encrypted my ass. We talking about national security. Your ass ain't supposed to be doing no kind of top secret business and no shit like that. Yet and still, this national security advisor was in that bitch. The damn secretary of defense was in that bitch. The vice president was in that bitch. And the damn national security advisor mistakenly added a damn reporter into the damn chat, allowing this man to see motherfucking attack plans that were getting ready to be carried out against the Houthis. Somebody over there in the Middle East, these motherfuckers got smoked with. Incompetence. Best and brightest though, huh? All big brains. Everybody got big brains, let them tell. Fuck we talking about. The fuck out of here. That's just 6. 7. Remember that crazy ass White House meeting that he had with Zelensky? You know Zelensky, the president of Ukraine? You remember that crazy, insane shit? With that man up there berating that man, with Trump up there berating Zelensky like that, and Vance, the vice president, sitting up there trying to get at Zelensky. Like, this is a motherfucker who basically fighting our war. That's what this shit really about. This is one of these proxy wars from the Cold War type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when Vietnam was a proxy war. Like, yeah, it was the United States fighting the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese, but really the smoke was between the United States and Russia. That's who the smoke was really between. Or like when Russia fought against Afghanistan. Yeah, Russia was fighting Afghanistan, but who was funding Afghanistan? Who was funding the Afghans trying to try to defeat the Russians? We were. Look it up. Or go watch a movie called Charlie Wilson's War. Great movie. Okay. Great movie. So yeah, it was Russia versus Afghanistan, but really the smoke was between us and Russia. It's the same thing here. Okay. So Ukraine catching hell because Russia trying to take their motherfucking ass over. So because Russia, it really slid down. Russia really fell off. The only reason Russia get a chance to keep up all this damn noise is because they got all the motherfucking nukes. If they didn't have all them nukes, wouldn't nobody give a fuck about Russia? Hell, their economy ain't like that no more. You feel me? But Putin wants to return them to their glory and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so he thinking, hey, let me take over Ukraine. Shit, there's a large land mass, and I'm sure they got some minerals and shit he can use, and he trying to get this shit popping again because he wants to be able to really drop his nuts when it comes to talking big shit with the United States. So again, ultimately the smoke is with us. And so what are we doing? Funding them motherfuckers, giving them hella money, giving them hella weapons and shit. But they the one died. You know? And so this man supposed to be our ally. This man fighting a war against our ops. Shit, one of our ops going all the way back to goddamn 1945. But instead of talking shit to Vladimir Putin, he was in the White House talking shit to the supposed to be the homie. Trying to sun this man, trying to embarrass this man. That shit was crazy. Crazy. Made the rest of our allies like, bro, we can't count on no goddamn United States no more. You can't trust them motherfuckers. Look how they talking to bro. Oh, that's just 7. Number 8. This son bitch defied a Supreme Court order to return a man who they mistakenly deported down there to El Salvador. Now, first of all, this motherfucker, he's rounding up these folks. Some would say indiscriminately. I'm sure his administration would say, no, they're terrorists, they're bad people. These are some of the most horrible people. You know, he repeats this shit. Okay? But in this country, there's a thing called due process of law. Due process. Not supposed to be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Now, if your ass go through the proper legal channels, your ass found guilty and all that kind of shit, you know, evidence is presented, you have a chance to defend yourself. Your ass strike out, then yeah, they can deprive you of life, liberty, and property. And sometimes that's unfair. You know, sometimes still the wrong people get convicted or deported and things like that, you know. But that's better than what the fuck this man's doing. So you got a man, I think his name is Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And you send this man down there. Your administration admits that it was a mistake. Initially, they admitted that. Now, if you pay attention now, they going all out trying to really put out just bad shit about this man. You know what I'm talking about? Seemed like bro wasn't no perfect dude and nothing like that. You know, think he had a domestic violence thing with his woman, but the goddamn his woman want him back. You know? She want her man back. And whether she want the man back or not, it's what the Supreme Court told this son bitch to do. In a 9-0 decision, they said facilitate this man's return. And Trump would be like, man, fuck what y'all talk about, basically. That man down there, that's out of my hands. You know, he's in the hand of Bukele down there. The dictator in El Salvador. What the fuck are we doing, man? This man is see, this would be troubling me. This would be troubling me. Like my liberal allies, My liberal white allies in this game. Not personally. I'm talking about like the ones in the media. The Rachel Maddow's and those of the world. They get to telling us what he can't do, what Trump can't do. There's no way he can do that. And then Trump shows us, no, yeah, I can. Like they kept thinking like somebody was gonna stop this man. And I remember they thought Bob Mueller was gonna stop him. The Mueller report was supposed to stop him. That ain't stopped that motherfucker. More recently, they thought Jack Smith was gonna stop him. The federal prosecutor. They thought he was gonna. No, I know I'm missing somebody. They had somebody else they thought was gonna stop him. No. And now they think the court's gonna stop him. He's saying, "Fuck that court. I'm gonna do what I want to do." 100 days, y'all. We're a little bit over 100 days. That's only 8 things. Number 9. Some bitch was floating the idea of running for a 3rd term. Now, I'm in the process right now watching his interview with Kristen Welker of NBC News, Meet the Press. I haven't made that part of the interview where he addresses that yet, but I've seen some clips on Twitter saying like he addressed that and knocked that down. But well, why were motherfuckers selling merch with Trump 2028 on it? Why were you doing that? Why did you floated your damn self previously? Why do that? Why? Crazy. It doesn't stop there. 10. And this is shit right here that I don't give a fuck who you are and how you feel. You gonna all of us gonna feel this shit. Some of us already starting to feel this shit. This damn tariff war. This motherfucker then sat up here and fucked up our relationship with Canada, Mexico, the Europeans, fucking up the relationship with the plugs, the folks that's making our shit, the folks that's making the goods that we goddamn purchase, fucking up the relationship with the suppliers. How you gonna fuck up the relationship with the folks who supplying the work? You can't do that unless you know you got something in place to manufacture to work your damn self. That's just basic hustling, basic street shit. But this motherfucker wasn't in no street, born rich. Bankrupted hella businesses. The Apprentice saved his legacy. And that was Cap. Made it seem like he was this damn business wizard. And motherfuckers bought it. I ain't never seen it. I've never seen it. But I hear it was wildly popular. Great ratings. And Trump has been a motherfucker who's in the eyes of the public, even in the rap world, in the black community. You think about wealth, you thought about Trump. Turns out a lot of that was Cap. Because this motherfucker here don't know nothing about no damn art or no damn deal. This ain't no art to this. This is idiocy. This is idiotic. The son bitch claimed I was elected because of one word: groceries. Groceries. Who I started saying the word. Who ever thought to say the word? Bitch, groceries? We all got to goddamn eat. Fuck you talking about? We go to the grocery store because we're real human beings. Fuck you talking about? Talking about he was elected to bring down the inflation. Bitch, A tariff is a tax on imported goods. When that shit come here, whatever company bought that shit, they gotta pay the motherfucking tariff. And then when they put the shit in the store and present that shit to the customers, they gonna pass that goddamn cost on to us. Fuck you talking about? Part of the deal. Stock market was dropping like a motherfucker. Until them folks in that bond market scared his ass, made him backtrack a little bit. Shit crazy, man. Motherfuckers out here forecast, conservative outlets out here forecasting goddamn a recession. Meanwhile, he was handed what conservative leaning publications called the best economy in the world. That's what Biden left. Now we're in the middle of a fucking tariff war. And he ran on this. These motherfuckers ain't say they ain't signed up for it. Trump was right about that part. He said they did sign up for this shit. He ran on. He ain't lie. He told y'all he was gonna do this shit. But he lied to y'all about who pays the damn tariff. But that's basic. I had to teach my students about the Smoot-Hawley tariff in high school here in Mississippi. Y'all swear we so stupid in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So I know if this shit was in the Mississippi curriculum, then I know it was in the curriculum of all those damn swing states. And Mississippi ain't no goddamn swing state. Michigan, y'all didn't know what the fuck a tariff was. Georgia, y'all didn't know what the fuck a tariff was. Pennsylvania, y'all didn't know what the fuck a tariff was, or y'all didn't care. We'll pay the tariff long as we don't have this black woman be the president. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. I got a bonus thing though. That's 10, but I got a bonus. This matters to me. This motherfucker Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and his thoughts on autism. Being disrespectful. Acting like our kids having autism ruined our lives and shit. Motherfucker was floating, putting a registry together for people with autism. What the fuck are we doing here? What are you trying to do with that? I don't trust you. I have no reason to trust you. Your own fucking family doesn't trust you. Come on, man. Come on, man. And that's the person that's over health in this country. Come on, man. 100 days, man. Some gotta shake. Some gotta shake. And I don't want them to get murdered. I don't want them to get assassinated. I do not want that. I do not want that. I do not want that. I want Americans to see. I want Americans to wake the fuck up. I want you motherfuckers who sat your asses at your homes and didn't go out to vote. You didn't turn out. You didn't go out and vote like you did. Just go out and vote in the same fucking numbers that you did in 2020. He would have been defeated. Just give. If you were giving Kamala the same numbers you gave Biden, this motherfucker would not be doing all this shit I just talked about. I hope you see that now. I hope you see. And I hope you adjust your actions. Midterms coming up next year. But he just did all this shit in 100 days and more. He just did all this shit and more in 100 days. Might not. It's hard to say. Will we make it to that shit? I'm serious. Will we make it to that? You might need to be putting pressure on your motherfucking Congress people to, hey man, we gotta get this motherfucker out of here. Impeachment. Impeach and convict. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, the Republicans control the House and the Senate. We might have to scare the shit out them motherfuckers enough. You might have to show them that, hey, we don't fuck. They just scared of him and his popularity. The ones in there who aren't MAGA, meaning the ones in the House, the Republicans in the House and the Senate who didn't come in on his coattails. There are some who truly believe in him as well. They're fucking nuts. But I'm talking about those who've been in the House or Senate pre-Trump. They know this man is a fucking idiot and clown. They are just afraid of him and his fan base. But if enough people finally get hurt by enough of this shit that's on here, and you see, damn, bro, we fucked up. We need to do something about this shit. And you can scare their ass enough, they might get rid of him. Why am I saying that? Because the Republicans abandoned Nixon in the 70s. And this motherfucker, it's hard to say, this motherfucker worse than Nixon now. This motherfucker is worse than Nixon. And Nixon was a racist piece of shit himself. Okay? He was. He was a corrupt piece of shit. He was a fucking criminal. This man makes Nixon look like a baby. But the poll numbers are dropping. So if they can drop far enough, maybe some of these motherfuckers say, hey, okay, it's okay not to like him now. It's okay to speak out against him now. Maybe it is okay to get rid of him. I don't know. That's all I got. Because I know if the man is harmed, he's just gonna be a martyr. You see what what he did with the assassination attempt. He turned that shit into shirts and coffee mugs and a portrait in the goddamn White House and all that shit. So no, don't nobody need to do that. FBI, leave me the fuck alone. I am not calling for that. I just want people to recognize that his damn policies are disastrous. And he is a disaster. And he must be removed. Legally removed. Before he can cause any more damage. Put it on some.